Welcome back to the Afro Anime Initiative podcast. Here at the Afro Anime Initiative, we discuss everything in Afrofuturism from A to Z, plus a couple letters that haven't been invented yet, because it's the future. But first, before we get into any of our stories this week, if you can follow us on our social media at Afro Anime Initiative on Instagram and Facebook. And while you're at Facebook, hit the group and the page. We share so much cool stuff from artists, musicians, and just social stuff for Africans. And then follow us at Afro underscore AI on Twitter and right here on YouTube. And while you're on YouTube, do the YouTube stuff. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another episode. I'm your host, Darren Bradley, along with Paulina G. G, what up? How you doing today, babe?
I'm doing okay. I am here. I hope y'all are here. And I'm ready to just go and talk about just all the crap that's going on.
Facts. Well, let's get the bad news out the way first. Reported this past week as the retirement is recording, Lovecraft County, I always want to say country, and I know it's county. Lovecraft County
Is it county or
is not.
country? It's country. Isn't it country?
Hold on. So I inverted the thing that I always invert. The show is off to a great start. Lovecraft Country
It's okay.
is not returning.
Same thing happened to me. It's okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I always invert it. Look, now if we weren't recording, I would have said it perfectly fine.
Right.
But I always invert it when I'm doing something. So I did it the opposite way this time. Great. But besides that, HBO announced that they will not be renewing Lovecraft Country for a second season. Man, what a shock. This was a hit.
Yeah.
This was a hit. Before we get into any big details, P, how do you feel about Lovecraft Country not returning?
Bummed. Like, I wasn't shocked. Okay, no, I was shocked. I guess I suppressed it because my week has just been weird. But why? I'm shocked. It was a good show. It was a good show. I'm not happy with this. I'm not. And there was no valuable reason why. There really wasn't. Let me get into that later.
Facts. And because the reasons that they give, I mean, I don't know. I want to see it from their side, but then it's also like, nah. But HBO Max is suffering. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, they're not competing.
That's true.
I know a lot of people that we are around are American centric, and they think America's the end all and be all. No, there's a large world out there, and with the numbers that HBO Max is doing, they can't compete in the bigger world market. And they thought they was gonna be able to, compete in America's market, and they can't. So they need hits. I don't get how a show that was bringing in towards the end of its run, remember, it kept growing. It never went down in numbers. It only kept going up and up and up. By that last episode, I think it was 11 million. That is a hit.
Yeah.
It's like rewatched on HBO Max constantly. That's a hit. Isn't that what you need? That's what you want the content for, the streaming service. Why wouldn't you get ready for season 2? Anyway, sorry. So their reasoning is that the season wouldn't be ready in time for a fall debut for the 2021 and 2022 season. But it's HBO. Y'all take time with stuff anyway.
Right.
Why couldn't you just relax? Let Melissa Green was the writer of this adaptation of Lovecraft Country. Why couldn't you let her just write and get her stuff out? Literally on the day of this announcement, she released a tweet said, "Oh yeah, we had plans, but I'm working, I'm brainstorming, I'm writing it out. Give her time." And it sounded like at first they were giving her time, and then this Discovery deal came through. Like, no, we need content, we need hits, we need hits. So you cancel a hit? Explain that.
Hold on.
P. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. So what you're telling me, because it makes no sense to me either. And when she came out with that stuff, it's like, yes, it's HBO. Who are they competing with? I mean, yes, they're competing, but at the same time, who are y'all competing with? Take your time, and yes, you like you said, HBO always takes its time with stuff and comes out with banger content. So what's going on with this? Oh, it's not enough. It's not this. It's we're done with the source material. Okay. And Miss Green is obviously coming up with new stuff. I saw the content. It looks amazing. It looks incredible. It looks like it
Mm-hmm.
could really have
Mm-hmm.
some very solid storytelling in a way that would make a lot of people uncomfortable. I think that's why, though. I think they knew about her plans. I think they knew about exactly the direction she wanted to go. And we're like, we're not ready for that. And yet, it's a huge hit.
I want to say that.
No,
I
I
want to
believe
say
it.
that, but they
I
was
believe
about
it.
to green light Confederate. They're about to green light Confederate.
That's what
HBO
I'm
don't
saying,
care
though.
about controversy. They about to get them idiots money.
But okay, but that's the
They
thing,
about to
though.
get them idiots money.
But this is a different kind of controversy, though. This is the kind of controversy that would actually make people of color feel empowered. This is the controversy I'm talking
Hmm.
about. That's what I think. That's what I think. Could be a whole conspiracy. I don't know. I don't know. But that's how I
I
truly feel.
I want to
That's how I
I
feel.
want to say that. I want to say that, but when you watch Lovecraft Country, I almost said County again. When you watch Lovecraft Country, that the original version didn't have a lot of black people in it. The
Yep.
the book,
Mhm.
like she already did that. She already took it and made it more black empowering. She took those stories written by a racist and made them black empowerment. So I don't think they will be afraid of that. I don't think. Look,
No,
I don't
okay.
think this will be an American job.
No, here's the thing though. HBO themselves, I don't know. I feel like something's going on with this because think about it. The next installment of Lovecraft Country, it's literally separation of states of where majority of certain groups live. It's framed in a way that if you look at it, certain people won't be happy with it. We already have Lovecraft Country as is based off the book, and you already have a lot of racist people not happy with it, coming up with excuses as to why it's bombing when really it isn't. So look at this. This is the next step. This first season dealt with trauma. It's trauma, but it's not trauma porn. There's a difference. Now the next
Mhm.
one,
Right.
it's
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
looking at you them. Um, but the next installment feels like it's just literally a whole other world and a whole other set of of ideas that could be if white supremacy didn't exist. And I'm not saying if we lived in harmony or anything of the sort, or if we took it a different direction. It's almost like a what if we took it this direction in history and we lived like this in the United States. And I feel like
Mhm.
that would make a lot of people, even behind the scenes, uncomfortable. That's how I feel. That's what I mean by this might be some sort of controversy in that way. That's how I feel, though. Could be wrong. I don't
Okay.
know. We may never
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That is a good outlook. I get your point now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good outlook because I could see with the merger and some new
Yep.
older bosses not trying to
Yep.
feel it. Because
Mm-hmm.
again, we talked about that when we covered the merger that the old Hollywood won over
Mm-hmm.
New Hollywood, and New Hollywood be like, we don't care. It's gonna bring in numbers. Let's get controversy. Old Hollywood like, oh, but it's black people. No.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I see
Exactly.
that.
Yep.
I see that. But no worry about Melissa Green. The reason that she was taking her time with writing season 2 of Lovecraft Country, almost did it again, is because she's working on other projects.
Yes.
The girl is prolific. People saw what she did. They're like, oh,
She's
give her
busy.
jobs.
Yep.
So she busy.
Busy.
So HBO, this your look. Hold on. Let me say this. Let me get this out the way real quick. And that's another loss for Warner Brothers. Thank you for coming. You
Mm-hmm.
guys are looking like you're batting 1,000. Negative 1,000, you dummies. Anyway,
Not surprised.
and some other, we don't know what you do in news. Nintendo announced a new Switch. You like that transition? I know I'm killing these
Ooh,
transitions now.
absolutely.
Nintendo announced a new Switch. It's not the Switch Pro. It's I'm gonna call it Switch OLED, OLED screen, 7 inches. Yes. Great. And yeah, that's about it. P, you want to take this one, and then I'll say what I got. Okay.
Okay, so Nintendo's doing what it always does with its line of stuff of consoles. They've always done this with N64, from Super Nintendo up until now. They've always done this. This, however, it's literally a bigger screen, and it's white. Darren, it's white. That's it.
Ooh.
That's it. That's it. That's it. It's a bigger screen, better graphics, but what about the drift? Is that fixed? No. Oh, what about better specs? No. Same thing. Hmm. Hmm. See, I'm not even mad. I just found this hilarious. I'm like, wait a minute. Is this all the hype? This is it? This is what Nintendo has been teasing? I don't know what's going on with Nintendo, but they are severely lagging. Not only with this, but with games, with just content. For some reason they're scared. That's what it feels like to me. They're scared.
Well, I'm gonna be realistic. I'm gonna tell you the real world, and then I'm gonna tell you my opinion because the real world is real. But my opinion is like, well, you should know that the real world is real. Do better.
Right.
They're not gonna have enough chips. There's a chip shortage.
Oh, that's right.
All these people trying to mine Bitcoin. Yeah, it's a chip shortage. Even PC companies are getting getting real scary out here trying to get the equipment you need.
Everything around here, Jesus.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Nintendo knew about this before the pandemic. They knew there was a chip shortage. The chip shortage is not new. But yet you ordered all the new parts for the Switch Pro, but didn't secure all the chips. So Nintendo, the thing that runs the system, that makes it actually more powerful, the power upgrade which everybody's looking for, the reason that the Pro rumors started wasn't for the screen. It wasn't even for you to fix the Joy-Cons. It was for it to be more powerful. So you got the screen, you got your pretty plastic, you got a couple of joints and screws so you can get, stabilize the Joy-Cons, even though you won't admit that there's something really wrong with the Joy-Cons. But you didn't get the thing that people like me were waiting for, the power upgrade. But you got a new dock, you got your little Ethernet port. I don't care. If I'm going to buy a Switch, I'm not buying the Switch to sit at home. I'm buying it for portable gaming. I want to go out with my friends. We go do something real stupid with Mario Golf, like in an actual golf course.
Oy.
The fun stuff.
Yes.
I don't care about the dock, yo. Oh, it's a bigger dock to fit the 7-inch OLED screen. Does it increase the graphical powers of any of the games? No.
Oh, they have 3 playing modes, Darren.
So
the same 3 playing modes that they had in the first 2 Switches. Well, no, the first Switch.
Yeah. No, the first Switch, not the second.
First Switch, right. Yeah.
But it's like, come on, man. And I get it. It's a shortage. We talked about this. For laptops, cell phones, it's a shortage. So don't order the other stuff, bro. Don't get the screens. Don't get the new joint. Don't pay for the plastic. How about you fix the Switch?
Tragic.
Fix the Joy-Con drift.
Tragic.
Maybe find a way to get better space storage. Fix online.
All of it tragic.
Do those things.
All of it tragic. Tragic.
But everything else was right. Everything else about the rumored upgrade is true. The price tag $350 coming out this holiday season, October 5th. But everything except for the power and graphical upgrade. Yay. Because who cares if I have a pretty screen if it's still the same 16-bit looking game? I'm cool. And now I got to figure out if I'm going to buy a regular Switch. I do. Seriously, we talked about this the last time we talked about the rumors. I was waiting on the Pro. I'm already fine, so I need the bigger screen, yes. But I also need the power upgrade so I can mess with the graphics while I can see stuff. But somebody said this in a really cool article, and I wish I had wrote down who it was. they said when the Nintendo did their direct and when they showed off Metroid Dementia Demon, whatever that new Metroid side scrolling game is, and final gameplay for Zelda Link to the Breath of the Wild 2, it didn't look no different from anything from last gen.
Mm.
There was no graphical upgrades. Now I was like, yep, I should have known the Pro wasn't coming, but it's Nintendo. You try to give them as much credit they can until they open their mouths, and then they open their mouths. So it was okay. But again, if you're interested, a nice OLED screen, $350. That's basically all you're paying for, really.
Mm.
And a dock with an Ethernet port. Cool. That look, which still they don't say if it makes the online any better. So whatever. Whatever.
Oh
So
man.
if it did, y'all would have been talking mess. Oh, now you can play Smash Brothers with your friends. Y'all ain't say nothing. Anyway, you got anything else to let's say on Nintendo's
No.
Switch OLED?
Nope. Sorry.
No, it's great. It's fine. I knew it was a big deal. It's a big story because again, it was when you think about the real world situation of the chips being gone, you try to be understandable. But again, chip shortage has not been a new thing. You're a big time company that makes electronic equipment. You sell that. You know there was a shortage. So why buy this stuff to make something new, knowing that you would not be able to get enough chips to meet the supply? You were already shocked when the Switch sold this much in the first place. I remember that story. Oh, Switch is outdoing its performance. Investors are happy. Every other month they was talking about, oh, it's doing so great. So you knew it was going to sell, but you also knew you couldn't afford or didn't have the ability to get enough chips to meet that demand. Just hold off. Or whoever works for y'all, find who the leak is and shut down these rumors. Because once again, every single rumor was right except for the power upgrade. Everything was right except for the power upgrade. Well, okay. Now, into a little bit more hopeful and I say hype train news. Star Wars Visions, an anime anthology announced by Disney Plus at their last investors meeting on the fall, released a special look. And in the special look, they talk about some of the great Japanese anime studios that they are doing to create these Star Wars stories. It's going to Disney Plus this September on the 22nd. Man, the preview was great. The studios they have are phenomenal. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. That's all I had to really say. I'm hyped. Looking forward to it. P, what do you feel about Star Wars Visions, the anime anthology?
I'm hyped too. I'm so glad that they're doing this major collaboration between different anime studios in Japan. And it's really cool how, on both sides, like one side, huge anime fans, other side, huge Star Wars fans, and it works so well. Um, it got me down a road of thinking though, like, if only it involved black people. The reason why I say that is because it would be great if there was a major global collaboration with something major like Star Wars with black animation studios or whatever. I know we're building ourselves up to that point, but it's like I wish we weren't so late on it. I know that there's going to be more collaborations later on, but I just cannot help but think that. Otherwise, this is great. I'm actually excited for this. I consider this a birthday present for me. My birthday's in September, y'all. I'm a hook up my
Nice,
Venmo in a moment.
nice,
Um, but still,
nice.
still, like, come on now, this is great. Generally great. I'm excited, and I think one of the studios I recognized, same studio that did I don't know if you've heard of the Promare movie. That was a hit last year in theaters before the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. The movie was big. Yeah, the movie was
Yeah,
big.
and I still haven't gotten a chance to see it because it's like hard to find. Um, but yeah,
Mhm.
same studio that's involved in this, so I'm actually excited. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah. And
So,
they went to some top notch studios, to
hmm
cats who look cats that make good stuff. Not just oh they made one cool thing and they ain't made nothing else. No, they consistent, solid, strong studios. And again, it's a vast again, it's an anthology. So it's
hmm
a vast array. We got um one is a rock opera about Tatooine.
yes,
We got a couple
interesting.
of just about Jedi life,
Yep.
just Jedi life.
hmm
What's another one that they talked about? Oh my god, it was so much. It
There
was
was
a really cool
there was
anthology.
one
Check it out. It's on Disney Plus and their YouTube channel.
there was one
Go
that
ahead.
referenced Astro Boy. Like, even one of the guys was like, "Yeah, everyone loves Astro Boy." I'm like, "Yeah, that's true."
Yes. Yeah.
A little
That's in
little
there. He might
robot.
be a droid.
hmm
Right. He might be a droid. And it
Yes.
was another one. Why can't I remember? Oh, they talked about one that they talked about one that had a Van Gogh style approach to the visuals.
Yes,
I
that's
was
right.
really interested in that.
Yes, I would
Right.
love to see
I
that
was
too.
really interested in that one.
hmm
Yeah. So I'm just I think this could be what the Matrix I always forget what Animatrix was supposed to
Animatrix.
be.
Yep.
Right. With Disney putting some money behind it. This is gonna be a full season. All episodes drop one time. They'll keep putting money into it, like you said. They'll move from Japan, hopefully to Africa, then
hmm
South America.
Yep.
Like they'll keep doing more and more, getting more cultures in their view about Star Wars
Yes.
and
yes.
expand the universe away
Please.
from two white characters.
Please.
Yes, we have not forgotten John Boyega stand up. We ain't
hmm
forgotten nothing.
No.
All right. So
hmm
yeah, so I think this is a good start to that. A good start.
Excellent. And I love that type of world
Okay.
building. That's the reason
Mhm.
why I love Star Wars so much. Because outside of the
Right.
saga of the Skywalker family, give me everything
Mhm.
else. There's other crap happening. Give me
Yeah.
that. I'm more interested in that. I really am.
But
Don't care about the
like
Skywalkers.
I understand. Yeah, I understand why Disney did that.
hmm
The only thing that was canon was the films and anything that George Lucas put his hand on. First
hmm
of all, it makes it easier for you to buy the goddamn thing.
True.
That's smart. But
hmm
two is also like, ew, that's a lot of stuff and a lot of people we gotta pay. Which of course we did find out that y'all weren't paying people. We ain't forgot that either, Disney. We do real good work here on this podcast.
Yep.
Um, we ain't forgot that either. But them expanding the universe like the Legends continuity did, because that's what kept Star Wars alive in the first place. So if you want to keep Star Wars going after you mess it up, you have to expand away from the goddamn Skywalkers.
Please. Enough with the
And
family
I hope,
drama.
and I think this is going to do that. Yeah, and I think this is going to do that for real. And it's the messed up part. This is the part, and you know what? Since we talking about it, no, we're going to do this rant too. Since we're talking about it, so the movie ends. The whatever the last movie was called, and there are no Skywalkers alive. Remember, she takes the name, but she is not a Skywalker. So if that is not the end of the Skywalker saga, y'all need to hire some better writers.
Oof. Please.
And a lot of people want to say, but it's not about the name, it's not about this. So why have we got 9 movies about the Skywalkers if it ain't been about the name, it ain't been why then? Please tell me why.
Like, why the hell are they involved?
Right, especially which even makes it so much worse. Some of the best stuff from the old Legends continuity was the continuation of the Skywalker story,
Mm.
where they skipped ahead a couple of 100 years. Hell, one of them they skipped ahead like 1,000 years.
Wow.
But there was a Skywalker, somebody with the blood of Luke and Leia in them, out there doing stupid stuff. But now you literally just killed everybody that's a Skywalker. Ain't nobody else around. And then the new girl, she just took the name. Okay. So yes, step away from the Skywalker saga. Let's expand. Let's explore the old Republic. Let's jump into the future and never say the name Skywalker again. Like whatever you got to do, unless it's Leia. Leia's still cool.
hmm
But yeah, let's move on then. Take some of the stuff from the legends, like pay the people who wrote it,
Mm.
pay the people who wrote the stuff, and then move that stuff into the movies, new video games, new books. Do that. But this is a step in the right direction. I look forward to it. Star Wars Visions. Once again, September 22nd on Disney Plus. Oh man, like I said, this might be a nice little crisp short podcast. We right down to our final story of our notes. Man, let's get right into it. So, Fast and the Furious came out 2 weeks ago. Fast and the Furious 9 is the top movie 2 weeks in a row. Fast and the Furious 9 is top three worldwide in this pandemic era of movies. Ladies and gentlemen, we keep forgetting about Universal Studios, huh? We always see and talk about Warner Brothers and Disney, Marvel, DC. We forget Universal Studios out here doing their thing. Let me run down some real quick numbers for you. This past weekend, Universal Studios had the number one, two, three movies in the United States. Universal Studios has the top American made movie in the top 10 globally. Universal Studios was the first studio to do the 45-day release in theaters, but then we taken it to our streaming service. That was them. Universal Studios was the one that changed the game, letting the movie theaters know, hey, we like y'all, but people not going in. We finna do what we gotta do. While Disney and HBO Max was just only screaming about their streaming service, Universal said, no. We're gonna support y'all. Y'all got 45 days. Ain't nobody gonna be dying catching nothing while they watching our movie. And we taking it and putting it on the streaming service.
There you go.
That's Universal. And one more thing. During this pandemic, Universal has also been the only studio to not lose as much money as other people think they have. They actually been doing good. He broke down a lot of numbers. Hope you heard them all. How do you feel about Universal Studios giving everybody else the middle finger?
Good. This is the first coherent plan that I've heard from any studio since before the pandemic. Think about it. Universal is like, look, we'll put our movies out there, but after a little bit, we're gonna put it on our streaming service and put it exclusively there for people for easier access. Because, like you said, Darren, they're not gonna have anybody out here dying just to see a movie. Literally, put it on the streaming service for a bit and keep it there, and then of course lent it to other places, but then bring them right back and be like, okay, it's here permanently. You want it, but pay for it. $4.99 though, not bad. And I have the free version of it, and it's pretty cool. A majority of the movies are free. A majority of the shows are free. Now, if I want the premium stuff, I'll bump it up to $4.99 a month, and it's still cheap. It's still not hard on the pocket. I like that, and I like that we're not playing Duck Duck Goose or musical chairs with these movies. Stay on one platform for like couple months, and then it goes to another platform or it just disappears altogether until you're trying to decide what platform it goes to. Then you gotta hunt. No, this is smart. I like this.
Perfect segue. Perfect segue. Because Universal also announced that they just inked a new deal starting in 2020. All their movies after their release in theaters will go directly to Peacock. Nowhere else.
Yep.
Universal out here saying, oh, y'all want to play? Paramount, y'all think y'all doing something by releasing a bunch of crap, even though it's 1,000? Ooh, that's a big number. Nobody want to watch it. Oh, HBO Max, y'all got to get sold off to a whole nother company to even stay afloat. Y'all think y'all doing something? Who owned Warner Brothers this week? Hey, Disney, how was all them acquisitions going for you? You bought all that stuff, but you didn't make nothing. Don't worry, we got it. We out here. People forget that Trolls was the first pandemic hit.
Yeah.
Trolls murdered when they dropped that movie, yo.
Yeah.
Murder. I mean, I think they made $100 million the first week. No, that wasn't it. It was not that big. Hold on.
No,
was it 100 mil? I don't remember.
I think it was that big. I think it was 100 mil within 2 weeks just to be safe, but they were huge. They were very huge. 2 weeks. Because it was like World.
It was huge.
Yeah, it was Trolls. It was Trolls 2 World Tour. It was the second.
Yeah,
It was the second Trolls movie. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that was huge. They were the first pandemic hit. People forget about that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest, I did. It was like they have been killing it, and then like people always talk about okay, but is what Disney is this? It's this experience. Universal owns Universal. Once they lock their stuff down, it's over. You wouldn't go to a Fast and Furious roller coaster ride at Universal Studios? Of course you would. You wouldn't go to what is it? A Trolls theme park? Yes, you would. Your kids want to go, so you're going. If they get their stuff together, as a studio, if they can get their stuff aligned like Disney does, we might be talking about a four-way dance. Warner Brothers or whatever they call it. What is it called? Warner Brothers Studio, whatever the new name is. No,
Mm-hmm.
Warner Brothers
The
Discovery,
Warner Brothers Discovery. I
Netflix.
cannot get over that.
Right, Warner Brothers Discovery, Netflix, terrible name. Disney and Universal. Like this might become a four-way dance. They get their stuff lined up. If they could get their movies in sync with the theme parks and I'm sorry, change that stupid Peacock name. Just call it Universal Plus. I'll be fine with that. Call it Universal Plus, bro. Peacock is a dumb name. It just is.
It is. It is. Just Universal Plus. Just give us that. It's more industrial.
So that's right. So So all this is to say, hey, don't count on Universal. They doing some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They winning right now.
True.
They winning.
Low key too.
And the only look, I was just about to say that the only thing they missing is a superhero franchise. They don't have that's why they're not in discussion. Netflix is buying up all these indie comic books and turning them into stuff. Mm-hmm. Warner Brothers, DC, Marvel, Disney. Yeah. Universal don't have a comic book. That's it.
And I'm pretty sure they will. By the end of the year, they'll probably announce something.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. 5-way dance, Amazon, because Amazon is dumping mad money into Prime Video now.
Yeah.
Well, it might become a 5-way dance. Which then, hold on, we talked about this before. Then it might become a 4-way dance. HBO Max might be the people on the out.
Yep.
Because they're shaky. Warner Brothers is the one that's shaky right now. Mm-hmm. The Discovery deal is helping them, but they're the shakiest. Everybody else is producing and making money. Or at least they're producing. Let me say it that way, because we know Netflix is lucrative, but they're not making money yet. But you understand. If you've been paying attention to the podcast, you understand my business speak. So yeah, HBO Max might be on. If Universal get their stuff together, this is a game changer. They have 2 animation studios like Disney. They have a whole bunch of properties, like actual properties that they own in the bank other than Fast and Furious. Mm-hmm. They have the theme parks. Like this could be if they get their streaming together or just change the stupid. this could be a real game changer. It really could.
Yeah, you know what? I believe this is the sleeper hit. Peacock, Universal, sneaking up. We got to keep an eye on it then.
Yeah, and again, like they've been the most consistent right now.
That's true.
Again, they are tapping into what everybody wants. They're so diverse. Because what was the top movies? It was Fast 9. The
yeah, no, it was crap. Yeah, it was like Fast 9. It was not. I can't think of any of them.
I pulled it up. I pulled it up. Fast 9, Boss Baby.
There we go.
And The Purge.
Yes.
I'm like, dude, that's all the same company.
Right.
That's crazy, man. Yep. That's good diversity. Mm-hmm. That's good diversity right there. That's good. So they you guys are doing great. Let me say this right now. I say this. I don't want this to be a ranting podcast. You guys are doing great. The studio is working well. The theme parks in order. Change the name of the streaming service. You're good. Keep it up, all right? Keep it up. But please, no more Boss Baby movies. Just no more. Please. Please.
But the babies love it though.
Well, that's fine. The babies don't need love. They need toughen up. Yeah. So that's the end of the notes.
I'm saying nothing else about Boss Babies.
Right. At the end of every podcast, we like to go around and discuss what else we saw in Afro Future the general geekdom that we couldn't add on notes. P, do you want to go or do you have anything? And if you do, I got a couple of things we can talk about.
I mean, not really Afrofuturism related, but horror related. Um, because I love horror. In case y'all don't know, but you're aware of the Fear Street series, right?
Yeah, that was smart of them.
I saw the first one, and it's a good romp.
Nice.
It's a good romp.
Nice.
It was like I was in the mood for a slasher. I'm just like, okay, I'll see what the big deal is about. I like it.
Nice.
I don't feel
Nice.
like smacking anybody,
Gi-
honestly. And the second one is dropping tomorrow.
yeah, give me some
Or no,
details
not
about it.
tomorrow. Sorry.
Yeah, give me some
Um
details about it.
okay. So basically, it's based off the series.
Not
What? What?
I was saying, not telling the story, like telling what's going on with it. Like why what was the buzz about?
Well, I mean, I I don't know what direction to take to talk about it.
Okay.
Ah,
Netflix
oh my
bought
god.
a slasher movie
Yes,
trilogy
they did.
and then just said we gonna drop it once a week and
Yes.
didn't tell nobody.
No. There we go. That's it.
Like you did the coolest thing in the world.
Uh-huh.
You bought a trilogy.
Right.
You bought the whole franchise.
And you want to know the quick
It's filmed. It's ready. And you don't tell anybody we're gonna drop this once a week. Keep it up. Let's
Right.
go.
Okay, and the
What?
cool thing, well, I think that's Netflix's MO though. They don't tell you shit. They just drop it and be like, okay, by the way, this is here now.
Yeah.
Unless you,
Yeah.
unless you put a reminder. But the cool thing about it is that the story is going backwards, not plot wise,
Yeah.
but it's
Mhm.
literally going like timeline backwards, and I'm like, what? This is really cool.
Nice.
This is really cool because the
Nice.
first movie ended like, oh, like I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but it basically gave segue into here's what happened before the main events of this one, and I'm like, what?
Aha.
And then it shows you, and it actually
And
shows you the
again,
preview.
1 week later,
The next one,
right? 1 week later, movie 2.
Yes.
Let's go. Netflix, you do something so cool. You
Right.
do something that's actually cool. Like not, marketing cool. No, that was cool. And you didn't tell. I guess what you got shows like this for. Like, man, come on. I just thought it was even like I said, I like horror. I'm not a big horror fan, but I like the psychological thrillers. I like slashers. But this was cool. Horror used to be cool. That's what made Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers and them. They were cool. This was a cool idea, and y'all did not promote this at all.
It was a
Netflix.
sleeper hit.
Like,
It was a sleeper
yeah.
hit. It snuck up
It
on
didn't
us.
have to be though.
It doesn't, but it's working. It's like number 5 now on Netflix.
Yeah, I think it topped out at 2. I'm not sure. I don't remember what I didn't check the ratings every day this week, but I think it topped out at 2.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
dope. I'm glad you watched it because I was thinking about it. I was gonna talk to you about it after we got off recording.
Oh no, we can definitely talk about more about it because, whew, I loved it.
Yeah,
It was fun.
yeah.
It was very fun.
Yeah, just a dope concept. Just
Mhm.
just a concept. Hey, y'all like trilogies? Y'all like sagas like the Marvel saga? Hey, we just bought all of it at one time. Here you go.
Boom.
No waiting.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah. So this week the second
Well,
one will drop, and I'm like, yes, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna start off with a little bit of more bad news. I don't even say bad news, expected news, and then
Okay.
I'll go into some fun stuff.
Mhm.
Marvel Studios and Warner Brothers have both announced that DC will not be at San Diego Comic Con this year, and I understand why. It's like we'll throw our own thing and it'll be bigger than what y'all doing, and we got to share the spotlight. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So hopefully Sony will show up, but even if they don't, Comic Con should still be cool, and
Right.
there'll be toys and TV and definitely a lot of previews of other Universal show up. Like I said, the Universal come and show out, so it'll be good. But yeah, they just made it official. That's all.
Mhm.
They just made it official. Loki.
What's going on with Loki?
That show is so good.
Mm.
And it is literally, we say this, people say this a lot and talk about it, but when something actually changes something, it's changing something. They're introducing new thoughts and ideas in this that will actually affect the MCU going forward. We can't go back after this show.
Ooh, nice.
It's good. And I know I said it the last time I talked about it. It's Marvel's Doctor Who, but with Loki, and it's good. So good. And right before we started recording today, Marvel dropped the trailer for their What If animated series.
Yes.
Disney just said, "Hey,
Yes.
we got to go back to the roots.
Oh my
Go
God,
to
yes.
animation. Let's go
Oh,
to animation now."
yo.
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
excited. I'm
yes.
excited.
Go
I'm
ahead. Go
sorry.
ahead.
Let me
You
shut
say,
up.
go ahead. Go
Oh
ahead.
my God. No, let me shut up.
No, go, go. It's a
Oh
podcast. Don't shut up. Talk about it, girl. Talk about it.
Dude, okay, I saw the trailer like a couple hours before we started recording, and oh my God, I'm excited because first of all, we got Carter. Captain Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking
Mm-hmm.
Captain. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, if for all our longtime listeners, or for those who are still listening up until this point, please remember I adore Agent Peggy Carter. She is so badass. So the fact that what if
Mm-hmm.
she became Captain, well, America, whatever, and it's like
Captain Britain.
Captain Britain, Captain Britain, and it's like, yes, yeah, fucking yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
So
Like I'm
cool.
speechless. Like
Oh, so
honestly,
cool.
one, two, the what if for Tony Stark. That what if.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very
King
interesting turn.
Killmonger.
Yes.
King Killmonger.
Monger,
King
yes.
Killmonger.
And I'm
I
like,
love it.
yo, this is gonna be fire. I know this is gonna
Yeah.
be fire. I love shit like this. It's like fan fiction, but official.
Yeah.
Multiverse stuff. Awesome
So
multiverse
fire.
stuff. Like what Disney and Marvel what Marvel is doing now is so freaking awesome and smart. Because I also saw not too long ago that they're not going the same direction with the movies anymore. I don't think they're going movie wise anymore. They're going series wise in terms of
Yeah. Yeah.
storytelling, and I'm just like, this is better. This is so smart. This is so good. And I'm excited. I'm so hyped for what if. And I gotta watch Loki
Yeah.
because oh my God.
Yeah.
I was excited for it, but I haven't
It
had the
looks
time.
like
Ugh. Continue.
yeah. It looks like what they're doing is gonna use the movies for the big stuff, big
Yes.
battles. Ooh, look at this, extra money. But the series are gonna actually be like thought provoking and flesh out the universes.
Yes.
It's like no. Remember that thing about how when we
Finally.
first started, they were smart comic book stuff, and we
Mhm.
kind of veered off a little bit because we were making $1 billion a movie.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna put the smart comic book stuff here, and then the $1 billion explosive on a big screen. I'm
Yes.
cool with that.
Smart.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Honestly, I'm over here
Yeah,
like finally they're doing something like this. Finally a studio is
yeah,
doing this. They have finally the budget to do it. Because remember at the beginning with
yeah.
they tried to do that and it was just messy. And they were like, "Oh, we don't know
You
if there's
can't do it
actually."
on network television.
Yeah.
You can't do this
No.
on network
You
television
just can't. It
because
won't work.
even if you put the budget in there, the networks wouldn't want to foot the bill. That's why I keep telling geeks. I understand you want to
Mhm.
read your comic books, watch your movies, play your games, collect your stuff. I get it, but you have to understand the business side because the business side is what affects the games we play, the books we read. That's so business wise. I understand what they were trying to do, but you know that networks, first of all, wouldn't foot that bill, and two, would not stay in control because of the way networks produce television to keep up with the movies. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., off the bat, especially after that first year when they couldn't connect it to the movies because the TV shows weren't out when the movies came out, they were summer blockbusters. And then when the fallout happened, the next movie was coming and they moved on already.
Yeah.
And off the bat, after that first year, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm like, yo, y'all can't do this. Network television cannot sustain this. So then they did the Netflix shows, and I'm like, yes, this works. You drop a 13-hour movie in between the other movies and connect them. But again, learn the business side and you realize Netflix had owned those things. So they had say so. Kevin Feige don't want nobody to say so what he do with his toys.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was such a problem connecting the Netflix shows to the movies. I remember when everybody was so upset. Why they not doing this? Why they not doing this? Well, instead of just screaming on Twitter, I went to go find out. And when I started reading the articles and finding this stuff out, I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
Netflix owns these right now. They licensed them. So that means that they get to say so. And Kevin Feige like, nah, y'all don't get to say so in my billion-dollar movies. I don't think so.
Mm.
Understand it. I understand it. That's why I wasn't so disappointed when Netflix lost them. I was just mad that they started doing good again and then lost them. Because for a while, them shows was bad. That's what I was upset about. But
Okay.
yes, these shows on Disney Plus, especially since they are under Kevin Feige's direct control, are fascinating, and they're the story part of the big blockbusters that we're getting, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine with that. I can't wait to see because remember Black Widow's supposed to come out first and lead in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now I can't wait to see how they get it where Falcon and Winter Soldier leads in a Black Widow. We already know Loki's gonna get us into Spider-Man 3, Doctor Strange. Wanda's gonna come back from WandaVision for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. And then we gotta figure out what Shang Shang Chi, you know what? Shang Chi, thank you. You're right. Because there's no G too.
Right.
Oh, we never did talk about this
Oh, we
because we
have
didn't
to.
didn't cover the trailer.
Yeah.
That I've been pronouncing his name wrong for 30 bloody years.
Oi.
It's not Shang. There's no G in Mandarin. It's Shan. Shan Chi. There's no G in Mandarin. Fantastic. And so yeah, everybody been pronouncing the man name wrong and being racist. But now we know how to say it right. It's Shang Chi. And that's why I was trying to make sure I said it right. So Shang Chi, and they can just rope him in. We need a dope fighter. Come here, dude. Join the squad.
Mm.
But the multiversal stuff starts with Loki. Wanda was just a precursor. But the multiversal stuff starts with Loki. The MCU has changed forever after this. It just is. But that's smart. Again, that's super smart. Okay, that's my rant. That's all the stuff I've been paying attention to. Yeah, just enjoying Marvel stuff. Cause what if drops August 11th? I don't know if that's 11 or not. I hope it's 11. I got August 11th on my notes. Yes, I take notes from my stuff that are not in our main notes. But yeah, August 11th is what I wrote down.
Okay.
That that's it for me, man. So that's it for us here at the initiative. But before you go, you can follow us on our social media at Afro Anime Initiative. That's all one word on Instagram and Facebook. And while you're on Facebook, hit the group, join the page. We share cool stuff all the time on there. And also while you're at it, follow us at Afro underscore AI on Twitter and right here on YouTube. And while you're here, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss another beautiful Afrofuturism episode. And we will see you guys later. Peace.